live. See, my camera lets me do a whole picture thing. We're live. We're live. We're live, and there's 0 people watching. And for those that aren't live and watch us later on, we're going to paint this stem. Last week we got the pumpkin painted up. We're going to finish up the stem. And this is going to be the last live video for a week, I think. But we'll wait and see how many more come on.
Did we say we were going live this week? We did, right?
Yes. Well, I didn't put anything out beforehand, but we talked about it last Saturday. Someone's on at you?
Nope.
Nope, because you're not watching. Okay, cool. Hello to the one, whoever it is. We got, oh, there's 2. We got more people coming. There's 3. Here we go. Going. Oh, we're back to 1. Now we're down.
Darn it.
I ran 2 people off. How awesome is that? What was that? What's up? I would try to pronounce your name, but I would butcher it completely.
But we're glad you're here.
But I'm glad you're here. Wonder if I can do this real quick.
2, 1,
2. I'm gonna have to try to edit all this out at the beginning. Let's do this. Oh, well, let's do this.
It's Latin for werewolf moon. Oh, cool.
Right on.
I like it.
Right on.
If I could figure it out, really. Sorry. What are you doing?
I'm going to try to.
I tried to share it before, but.
I don't want to start until we get some people on here.
So he's going to sing for you.
We'll sing for everybody. Have you been through?
We've been following.
Yeah, so we've done this like for the past 3 weeks. Have you been following this build on the live stream? Because I don't think I've seen that name come up before.
Maybe they just didn't talk.
Could be. Do. And paste. You know what? I should have posted stuff all week because this is the longest. This is now we're at 2, so this is the longest we've had to wait. Anyway, we got the pumpkin all painted up last week and then ran out of time. We're going to paint this stem up. Someone in chat had the idea to start off with some greens and stuff on the bottom. I'm just going to move it here a minute.
Show it.
Okay. Anyway, start with some greens and stuff on the bottom and then kind of fade that up into some brown decaying type stuff at the top. So I'm going to try to pull that off.
Sorry if I'm making you dizzy, guys.
Tonight. That's the goal we're going to go with.
It's the first time catching it. I've watched the other streams and replay. Looking good. Thank you.
Right on. Thanks. Where are my
what
paint things? Well, there's a couple right there. I'll use those.
Well, you took them upstairs.
I bet they're still. I think I know exactly where they're at.
Let me clean your paint stuff out there. Oh, Cooper's on here.
Hey, Coop. How are you? Now we got 6 people on. And all you guys who missed the first 4 minutes of this live stream missed
nothing.
Incredibly exciting stuff.
6 or 6 now.
So we got enough. We're going to roll. I'm thinking I want a dark. Do I have a
One next, looks like a homemade one. Or that's right there too, dark.
do what?
Right here is this green.
Yeah, I wonder if it's even dried up. I want to do like a real dark green base, and then I want to come through it and lighten up. Boy, that's a forest green. That's dark. It doesn't get much darker than that. I guess we'll go with it. You know what I need to do? This might get crazy. Hang on.
You're gonna do.
Well, if I turn this direction, then this will allow me to pivot down.
Oh.
So
Oh, so you can show the. Okay.
everybody can see the base.
Cool.
When we're starting out on the base, I guess I'll start bottom green first and then work up into the top side after that. Hell, I don't know. That might be the way to go. It might not be a very good way to go, but that's just what we're gonna do. So I have no real plan other than the fact that we're gonna go with the whole idea of a green bottom, kind of green viney bottom or whatever, and then going up into some browns and a darker brownish rotted looking deal for the top. I'm going to start off with this. This is almost like a forest green. It's super dark. It's super, super dark. And I'm going to do it. I'm probably go ahead and mix with a base of brown. And I've got this. I wonder if this is going to be any good at all. I've got that brown. I might mix a little bit of this red oxide in with that.
They said I see what you meant about the texture changing with the egg carton Mache.
Yeah, it really does. And it's the man-eating plant that I'm getting ready to paint and finish up. And when I get that video, out, you can really see the texture difference on that big time. Or if you've been using the egg carton clay at home, you can really see when you pack it on pretty thick, it gets this cool kind of texture type thing. For some things it works good. Other things I can see where it wouldn't work not very well. I don't know if I want to thin that out. I'm going to thin it out just a little bit, I think. I have a habit of always thinning out my acrylics with some water when I'm painting, and can't explain why. It's just something I've always done, and I've noticed that guys that are real painters, I'd say, or whatever, and use acrylics, or at least guys that paint minis and stuff, I've seen they've got like what they call a wet palette. And the palette's actually damp, and it's got a cloth deal in there, and then you just put your acrylics right down on it, and it helps keep them moist and keep them from drying out. I probably ought to get one of these times. See how it works. Well, all we can do is destroy it from here, right?
Right. I think it'll be fine. It's kind of hard to see. I feel like we need a different light in here.
Well, we need all kinds of different lighting in here. But tonight I'm starting with this real dark, like a forest green or whatever, and then this is just going to be a bunch of layering. All I'm going to do is start out with these base colors, and then I'm going to wind up running and layering a bunch of lighter colors above all these dark colors and trying to blend it all in at once. And I don't have any real thought process or behind what I'm doing. I'm just going to wing it and see how it goes.
You have 12 on here now.
Right on. Who all's here? I mean, have I got 2 people so far talking, and that's it.
A lot of people don't talk. And that's okay.
Mm-hmm. I don't know where it is where you guys are at, but it is super hot here today.
Totally.
Crazy muggy.
I think that's the worst part of it is being muggy. I feel like if it's somewhere else and it's hot, it's not as bad. I don't know.
Yeah, it's super humid here.
It's humid in California too. Hard to talk while painting as well, Keith says. Psycho Axman was the one that's talking about California.
Oh, right on. Oh, Psycho's here. Right on. What's
So
up?
is Keith. He's just they're all being quiet. It's unusual. I'm confused.
Yeah, everything's. Wait, quiet me or because chat's quiet?
Chat's quiet. Like, sometimes they talk a little bit, at least.
Talk amongst yourselves. I'm a little verklempt. Man, I don't even know if I got enough dark green to pull this out.
You're just doing a little bit of it, though, right?
Well, I'm going to bring this green like up into here.
Oh. Well,
and then I'm going to start fading it off into brown or whatever. But then, I mean, even at that, that's just this is just a base right here, and I'm gonna do all these lighter greens and stuff on top of it. I just don't have.
I wish Keith could just like talk into a microphone or something. Like, what are you painting?
Do what?
I was asking Keith what he's painting, but he can't. Like, I don't know when I'll get a response. But
Oh.
Oh,
just have a little bit
she's
more.
wanting the captions, and yeah, I want to. And we
Did
can't
that not
figure
work?
it out. I don't know. I guess it didn't. I tried.
We tried another deal, and then
talk.
it gave us all these deals about has this show ever been put on TV? Da 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 da. And so I tried, but it's not. I don't know. I need more experience with the live stuff and all the settings. Maybe with more time doing this, I'll get a little more experience with the live stream and know what I need to do.
I wonder if somebody.
Ooh, crap. Mm-hmm. I'm surprised Coop's on again.
I told him you'd be on.
I know, but.
Hello. Why did that come up?
What'd you do? What was that? I don't know what that was.
It was just a calendar. Did I hit enter to send it or that?
Yeah.
Okay.
The little aeroplane looking thing.
I said we did try to. I guess it didn't work. I'm sorry. I promised to work on it this week again. I'm sorry. I've got to write that down. There's something to do. I got to figure it out. It's got to be easy. I don't understand why it's not wanting to work.
Yeah, it's just something. It's something in the settings. Once we really figure it out.
I know, but you should be able to go back.
You know what? Maybe by the time summer's over with and we've done some of these other actual classes and stuff, that I'll be a pro at
No, but
setting up
I
the
would
live
like
stuff.
it to be ready. So if you're doing your classes, you can be involved. Keith says, I'm getting my items into another shop in July, so I need to get more made and painted. Painting green man faces and birds tonight. Cool.
Right on. I am going to do some green stuff on this leaf thing.
That face. Can you make that face?
Oh, thanks, brother. I can't make my eyes pop like that, but I can do that.
Just don't be jiggling your belly. He says that's not attractive. Well, he didn't quite say that, but still.
Well, my belly used to be attractive when I was young. Oh, really? I just grabbed the paint. That's awesome. Mm-hmm. Now, what would be really crazy if there were people at MHC that were tuning in on their phones?
Oh, yeah, that's going on, isn't it?
Yeah, MHC is going on this weekend. Midwest Hunters Convention going on this weekend in Chicago. I don't know how well that wire is going to hold that paint. But I guarantee you, once you bend it, because I didn't put any latex in it, if you bend that wire, it's just going to pop that paint right off of there. If we ship this, and let's just be super careful. All right, let's do some brown. Brown. These are these. See, look at this. I don't buy, all my paints are cheap. This is super cheap because I was just in town the other day. Didn't want to drive to the next one over to buy paints, and my little dollar store had these, and we're going to give them a try. These may be horrible.
It's looking absolutely stunning and cool color, I think, is what we're saying. Why does it keep doing that?
Oh, you're hitting the. Just click on the video
anything.
there. If you scroll the mouse over that right down there or anything.
Todd's on here.
Todd Webb's on here. Thanks, man. I thought they were doing something special because the daughter's over here.
I have no idea.
That was their special deal. They're watching me on YouTube.
I doubt it. Todd's birthday is Monday, I think.
Monday.
Right? Unless Monday was, or this last Monday was Christina's, so maybe they are, but he's checking her out for whatever reason. I don't know. Because we're awesome.
Because can't get enough. Let's thin this out a little bit too. It's already pretty thin. But it's going to be too thin now.
You ever use stains on your projects? Yes.
Yes, I've done some stains on some different projects. I want to start doing, I want to get some inks and stuff. And then a lot of these, when I've painted them up, I'm going to wind up sealing them with like another matte clear or something, and then come back and do some inks over it, and then do some rub outs with some inks and stuff. Because I think that'd be a super easy way to pick up a bunch of different details and things like that. So I just got to buy some, order some in, and start playing with them. This transition part's going to be interesting.
We need a floating camera.
Well, before we do the actual live classes, like I said, I'm going to build a deal onto the table, a spring-loaded deal where we can kind of just move that thing around. That way I can get shots from just right over the top. And then if we need side, if people want to see something from the side, we can move things around. I totally should have primered that wire or something. Oh well. See that raw color, those still look pretty freaking good too.
I like the raw color, but what do you guys think? That's just me. I don't know. I think it's gonna look good. It's hard to tell what that green color looks like on camera though. Should I? There's another light in there I could go get.
We're gonna throw enough different colored paint on this that it's gonna look like something.
Axman says inks are really cool, fast detail.
Yeah, that's what I've noticed. So I want to get some flavor, and then I want to get some pigments, some different powders and stuff. And because I've seen where people have used like powder pigments on different paint jobs, and then once they've had the paint on there, they've gone in with just the powder, kind of brushed powder on, and spread that powder and stuff around. And it's been pretty. I've seen some pretty cool results with that. So I want to do some of that and play around with some of that. See if I can get a hand on those things. And I'm all about trying new stuff.
Okay, tell me what.
Wow, that's bright.
Is it too much?
I don't know. You guys tell me. She added a little bit some more light on that. Does that help kind of show? I mean, that almost looks black, but that's a dark foresty green. But it's coming up kind of black on the camera.
Yeah.
You guys tell me if it works out any better. That's bright on my eyes.
It seems like it looks better though. I don't know. You need to move this up though.
Moving on up to the stars. The high-rise apartment.
The extra light lets us see more detail. Okay, good.
Dang it, turn that off. I don't want to see where they can see me screwing up.
What? No. That's not what anybody said.
We want to hide the screw-ups.
There's no screw-ups. It's paper mache.
There's always screw-ups. That's why it's easier to edit video.
What does Axman say? No screw-ups, only happy accidents.
It's always that's yeah, and that's gosh darn it, Bob Ross.
Mm-hmm.
Happy little accidents.
Sounds like something I would say to my students. I've never quoted Bob Ross though. I just said something else, I'm sure. If the paint doesn't stick to the wire, you could cover it with foil. I can't say it. Foil tape.
Oh, floral tape. Yeah, that's a good idea. Psycho again, man. He wants this thing.
Yes, he does.
Thanks, dude. I appreciate
quite
that.
Evident.
The support is appreciated more than anybody knows. And I think I've got, so I got Psycho's address, email address. So after this is done and next week I want to go out and actually, because I think I want to, that pumpkin, I'm going to do that cotton ball pumpkin for the live class, and I'm going to base it off a balloon. But the balloons I have now are just these little 6-inch balloons, and that's too small. It makes a small pumpkin. So I'll go out and buy some balloons, and I'll get a list together for everybody, what materials they need and stuff, and we'll get all that stuff emailed out and posted everywhere. So that way anybody who wants to actually build along with it, we can actually do that.
That wasn't louder.
Even this, when this is all done, it probably needs a good, I could probably seal it and then do a black wash over it. I think that would look really good too. Because there's some recesses in here that black wash could really get into. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's silent. It's too silent. You're silent, chat silent, everything's too silent.
All right, somebody talk to me and tell me something. Tell me what you're doing, tell me what you've been doing, or ask questions. X-Men says, I thought it would have shrunk more. I remember you saying that, but it really didn't at all.
The
Yeah,
pumpkin?
that one hasn't yet. It's awesome.
So, but here's the thing. So this one, this is one of the ones I figured out that if I did some Mache paste on it first, before I ever put any paint on it, that it held up. So before, like when I first started this thing, it was in black. You guys saw it was in black. So before that, it had actually, last year or whatever, I gave it a coat of my Mache paste over it to seal it, and then I painted that was just a latex black that I painted over the top of it. Then it has set here forever. And then since we've done this painting, it hasn't shrank up anymore. So I think this is going to hold. But any of the ones that I painted without sealing first with the wood Mache paste, dude, they shrank down to nothing. I mean, like, I had one that was like this tall or whatever, and it shrank down to being about that big around.
One, did you?
Well, there's one. Okay, so that's
shrunk. Well, maybe
that's not a shrunk one.
No.
No, I think I threw the shrunk one away.
Okay.
Because it was like this. There was another one, so this is another one.
Yeah, but this one still shrunk a little.
That's foam. And I didn't seal it first, and I painted it, and it shriveled up into like nothing.
But it looks like this one shrunk a little, though.
So, yeah, I mean, that one did. So,
a little, not a lot.
Here's a side by side. This one didn't it didn't get look. I was just painting straight onto it. So this is one that I was painting straight onto it, and you can see the size of the face was there, and then how this one shrank down. You can see some size comparison. But the one that I fully painted up without sealing up first, it literally shrank to like nothing.
That's what someone else said, is that some paints will melt foam, sealing it before painting should fix that.
Yeah, but I mean, and that's this particular foam. This was this cheap landscape foam stuff from Home Depot where you can set a post with, and there's no. This is just acrylics, and this acrylics doesn't have any acetone in it, so that without having acetone, it shouldn't attack the foam. So even like a base coat of latex paint should be okay over something because it doesn't have any acetone in it. It's the acetone that destroys that foam. But this foam, for whatever reason, doesn't. It's very freaking picky, and the acrylics tore it up. So anyway, whatever, live and learn. It's one of those things. Yeah, well, that black one there shrunk up a little bit, and it's still pretty cool. But dude, I'm telling you, the one that I spent all this time painting and made look really neat, it shriveled into just nothing, just absolutely nothing. Okay, so let's start trying to get. We're going to start trying to get some layers on this. Let's see if we can get some more brown on the stem. All right, let's start playing with colors now. Nope, I don't want to go there. I want to go here. We still have some browns on this.
I found people.
What's
People
going
are
on?
here.
Hey, there's Christina. What's up?
You said it was too silent,
So they came
so
over.
we thought we'd come over and be loud for you.
Have you been reading this?
I didn't see the last one that came in. No.
When you are doing horror, any deformities can add to the creepy factor.
Dude, yeah, I mean, that's one of those things. We're doing Halloween crap. When things go bad, you can't take advantage of that and still makes. I still look at that instead of that. Hello, you guys
I
are
know.
over here.
You're horrible.
That's
about
where
that.
you're at. Anyway, yeah, Halloween makes
Take
that
this
stuff.
all the time.
You can get away with that stuff, and I've done it a whole lot.
You
So
said it was too quiet, so they came to
I see that.
be loud.
I was gonna come in banging pots and pans until told me not to.
Rufus, God, that's too neon green. I need to. He's all right. He's gonna.
I got a blanket in case they want to come down here because I feel sorry for him.
And that is
Because he misses his Bubba.
Yeah.
glow in the dark. That does not need to glow in the dark.
Any chance you've talked to him?
Yeah, we got a letter or whatever,
Right on.
but we haven't.
That's what I'm saying. I told you she has to be home by 10.
She's not staying tonight?
10
Oh,
in the
10
morning.
tomorrow morning. Okay.
I'll be right back there.
You're good.
Okay. Well,
It
I
looks
just
good.
wanted to come.
Bye, guys. All right.
It
Thanks.
looks
Log
good
it up
on live
for you.
too.
Thanks. My neighbors come over to check. They saw it on live, so they came over here for a little bit to give me a hard time. So they jumped in to check everything out. I think it's Todd's birthday today. I think they're going to go do something. I got some good neighbors. Got some good neighbors or good people. So right now I've got this. Oh crap! It's a muddy green color that I made. I don't know a long time ago for zombie flesh or something. And I'm just going to do a little kind of like dry brushing with this and add a little more texture to it. And then we're going to lighten that up even more here in a little bit. I just want to add a bunch of different layers in this to create some contrast and depth in this paint. Any set time date for classes? Not yet. So that's what I want to work on after this week, after tonight. I'm thinking, let's see, I have my phone. So hang on, just let me look at this. Next Saturday is the 18th. So I would think if I didn't do anything live next Saturday and got a material list and stuff out next week, that would give everybody all of next week and then the week after that. So if we started like on the 25th, which would be a Saturday, I think that would give people enough time to go out and buy balloons, whatever they needed for the first part of the project. So tentatively, I'm thinking doing the first class will be on the 25th, and it's Saturday. And these classes are going to take longer. So we've been doing like 2 hours, 2.5 hours every time we've done these live so far on this. So we do the real class. We'll probably start earlier. So instead of starting around 7, I may be like starting 5 o'clock my time, 5 o'clock, which is Central Standard Time. Maybe even 4 o'clock, somewhere in there. I think that would get most people time to get in and being on the Saturday. Most people don't have to work or whatever. We can get everybody kind of in on the class. Let's at least that's my idea. If it seems like that's going to work out, let me know. You guys let me know in the comments. But I think the classes could be fun, especially if you guys are building your stuff right along. And then when you guys have questions, I can just show you. I can answer those questions and then show you the techniques or whatever, just right on the camera, what you're having issues with. And really, by doing, since we're going to do the cotton ball pumpkins, the cotton ball pumpkins are even basically cheaper in material than Mache clay. So it's a nice project to start with. Anytime should be good. All right, right on. No, I don't want that brown at all right now. Well, if we do that, let's see. So that would probably push us when it will, because let's see. We do the first class on the 25th, and then the second live class would actually be like on the 2nd. So the second, because we won't be able to do it all in one setting. So the first live class will be like armature and stuff. And then the second live class will be like details and how to do the cotton and all that stuff and going through all that junk. And then the third class, which would be then the 9th, would be like paint and all that. So I think that would work out. Forgot that was 4th of July weekend. I've got maybe having some family. Coming over that weekend. All right, let's see, brown wise, let's start. Let's just lighten, let's take some of this and lighten it up a little white. Yes, televisionary. This is paper mache, except for the fact that this pumpkin was one I made out of foam a year ago, so I cheated on it. The rest of this is mache. And the classes I'm talking about doing will be paper mache classes. And then I requested a membership in the Facebook group a few days ago. See the list of items when you post it. I'll have Carrie look at that and get you accepted in there. Right on, brother. We'll get them set up, and hopefully I'll see quite a few of you guys in the classes. Actually, let me check this real quick. Let me see if I can get you. I can probably get you on there. Let's see. Do Facebook. All right, so you should be in the Facebook group right now. Right? Yeah, it does. It's got some. I agree with that. I agree with that television area. It's got some. This thing's got some Tim Burton vibes to it for sure. Well, cool then. If you, I'm never going to say that. I'm never going to get that pronounce that. Um, if you do the class, man, that'll be a good time to start doing some Mache Halloween stuff. You're welcome. You're welcome. All right, let's see how this is gonna look. Let's see if we can start getting this. Oh, I never moved that down while I was doing all that. Sorry, guys. Shoot. Yeah, I agree with that. With the thicker thorns, the thin smile, and then the kind of the hook to the body. To me, is where I see kind of that Tim Burton-y. Oh, I should have done some grays and stuff in this. That would have been probably even better. A lot of time when you get dead and rotten sticks, they got almost like a gray ashy look to them. That would have been even better to have done. And now I'm on the top side and you guys can't see it. Yeah, I gotta work that camera situation out a little bit better. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree with that, Psycho, too, man. That's just even doing, starting to do mache work or whatever. And basically, from the first couple times, just having an idea in my head and just having a stack of newspapers just sitting in front of me and starting with that stack of newspapers and balling stuff up and using some tape and creating some kind of armature and then going and then seeing something develop literally out of absolutely nothing. Basically, it feels like just thin air. That was always super cool to me. Just have an idea and then be able to go with it. Now I'm back. Can you guys even see? I'm not even paying attention. I'm just doing this. I keep moving from top to bottom, and I'm not even messing with that camera. And then I start thinking about it and realizing that you guys might not even be able to see what I'm doing. And do I have some gray? I do. I think I'm going to try to pull a little grays into the top of that line. I do want to do some more colors on the. Ooh, I want that brown. That was close. That was close. Well, I tell you what, these leaves, whatever, they look all right, but they're not. I probably should have clayed them to make them smoother because they really pick up the texture of that paper towel. You can really see it. But I rushed these leaves here, and I shouldn't have done that. I should have spent a little more time with those. Make those look a little bit better. That's what I get for being lazy. Which color? This green color? It pops at first. That's what you're talking about. Then it dies pretty quick. It settles in. It gets pretty dark pretty quick. I don't like this. I don't have my knife down here. I just don't like that. And I don't, yeah. That can stay. That can stay. Let's make a green. How about that?
I'm sorry, babe.
Yeah, I totally could use spray glue as a fake moss and stuff.
Sorry, I've been gone. The neighbors talked about our boy. What's been going on? Anything fun?
Of course, I've been painting.
You're amazing, so I'm sure there's a whole bunch of fun stuff. Oh, it's not touch screen, is it?
Nope, that's not a touch screen.
Oh, we need a better computer, obviously. Like this. I didn't miss too much.
I didn't say you did.
I know. I just thought I did. Hey, you have moss, don't you? Or no, you have?
Yeah, I've got moss.
Well, that's not the kind I was thinking of.
No, I've got moss. I got moss down there. Yeah, I've got moss.
What are you doing now? That looks like a,
Yeah. I'm gonna have to add some more blue to it.
oh my gosh, that looks like, kind of a mossy color.
That looks like a
almost like a
seafoam
teal,
green,
though. Yeah.
Teal or something. That's not Not what I want.
Oh gosh, the dogs are.
The dogs are going crazy.
What are you wanting? What color are you trying to get? Darker?
Yeah.
Should you add a little bit of like gray or something or black?
See, that didn't really do it either.
No, that's what I said. Gray or
That's
black.
reverting me a little back to blue. Yeah, I don't want. I'm messing up. Don't be showing them what I'm
You
messing up.
can't even
with.
tell what it looks like, really. Why are you putting yellow in though? Oh, now he's hiding it. Look at that, guys. He's hiding it from you.
Yes, I am.
Hey, they can see it.
Because this color isn't coming out like I want. That yellow is like a real pastel yellow too. It's not a good yellow to be doing this with.
But you're wanting it to be darker, right?
Yeah, but not like super dark. I'm wanting it to.
All right, so Axman says, I always ask the question to anyone who makes art, why do you do this? Because it's cheap.
No. I mean, I do Mache because it's cheap.
Because you love Halloween.
Because it makes me happy.
That's true.
When I'm making things, it makes me happy. I enjoy it. And then when you can sit back and you got something made that you made out of nothing, and you can just sit there and say, "I made that." I mean, it's a feeling all on its own.
So what is this color for?
It's just another green to throw in down here on the base to layer up. Because I'm going to throw some grays into the browns and come back there because I'm going to probably take these tips and take them like kind of a grayish white on all the tips and all those things. So it's more of a brightening color. But you know what? Let's just put this on here and see what it does.
So why do you guys do art?
Boy, that looks like it's blue. Ooh, yeah, buddy. That's crazy.
I can't see anything you do above the eye level, but the painting on the bottom part is coming through fine.
Yeah, because I wasn't moving stuff earlier. I was asking what they could see and couldn't see.
Oh, okay. Are we lagging or something then?
Huh?
Maybe lagging on stuff?
We may be lagging on. The video may be lagging.
You never know. It does whenever I'm on the phone. Looking at it. It's hard to see on the camera. But I don't think it looks horrible. It's just kind of like a green.
It's odd. I'll pull some dark colors back into it and then whatever. I can do a wash over the whole thing and mute it all out. It doesn't matter.
Hello, everyone, and good evening.
Edwin Kaufman. Hello, sir.
Camera just doesn't show what.
This camera doesn't. It's not the best camera in the
I
world.
don't know that any camera really does. I've seen it on other people's stuff. I don't know though. Axman says art is a beautiful thing. Last night I was painting with my mom and she was so scared to do it, but why? I'm the same way, like I can draw anything. I can almost draw anything. I'm not the best artist, but I can draw almost anything I put my mind to. And if I have a picture to kind of go off of a little bit, but if I paint, forget it. I feel like I can't paint anything except for a wall. I can paint just a wall, fine, but not when it's like.
But for me, I mean, the big thing with paint is, and I've always I've known a lot of people that are afraid to start painting. Like they'll make a pumpkin or whatever, and they'll hit me up on Facebook, and they're like, "Hey, got this." I'm like, "Yeah, it looks great." And they're like, "Man, I'm scared to start painting it." And then all I can do is encourage them is be like, "Just do it. It's just paint, right? If you do it and you really don't like the way it looks, you can base it out in a black or something again or a different color, and then just start all over again." That's how I learned a lot by just playing with colors and seeing what would happen and experimenting with it. And then sometimes I sit there and it turned out really good. And there's times I looked at something and was like, man, that might grow on me. And then after 3 weeks, it's like, nope, that didn't grow on me. Just repeat the whole thing. Ooh, that was way too bright.
Robin says painting is so calming, and if you don't like it when you're done, just put a series of washes on it, then glue moss, and it will be it will be better. It will be all better. That's funny.
That's right.
But that's only when you're doing certain projects. I can't do that if I'm on my wall. Like
You could repaint the wall.
I know, but then I didn't want to redraw the flowers I made. I guess there's really no reason to be scared of paint.
Nope.
It's kind of like a pencil. Can't erase it, but you can definitely get rid of whatever it is you think is wrong. I feel like we need music in the background.
We can't.
I know we can't.
That's a copyright strike. Can't have music in the background.
Just
Sucks.
saying, I feel like we need it.
It's the only thing that sucks about YouTube sometimes. Well, this is the quietest I've been
It's because you're
on
concentrating.
any of these lives. Yeah, because I'm just playing with colors right now. I didn't have any.
We can't see you up there.
I didn't have any a set real plan on colors with this.
Axman says $50 he gave you. When will I own this project? Boy, determined. I think you already do own it, don't you? I mean,
Probably.
Kaufman says you can too, but it has to be the annoying ones. LOL.
It's already it's at a questionable paint stage at the moment. Not too sure what I'm liking.
I think it looks pretty awesome, but
I'm
I'm not an expert.
not an expert. Oh yeah, she's running. Squishy, squishy. Squishy, squishy.
Yeah, our neighbors were watching it and they pulled in the driveway and heard you say, "Man, it's too quiet. It's so quiet." And also decided to come in and be loud. They weren't really loud though.
Is Todd watching it from his phone or
I
something?
guess. the one really on the project? He asked you. I know you knew that, but just thought I'd reiterate it.
Guess when I'm satisfied that it's done.
It is eerie.
Huh?
It's eerie. It's so quiet tonight.
I know. Everything's quiet. I'm quiet. I'm concentrating on this stuff. Not enough questions coming in for me to run and tell stories at the moment.
Cooper must not be on. He likes to ask questions.
I thought he was on earlier.
He was earlier, but I don't know.
Okay, I'm starting to kind of like that a little bit. See, I painted so many pumpkins that it's easy for me to describe to everybody the colors that we're going to go through and what we're going to do and what works to pull those colors out. Vines, on the other hand, the stems, I just kind of blow over with a little bit of brown and move on. So I haven't done a lot of big viney stem work like this. So I can't really explain to people what I'm doing at the moment, that this is actually the best color profile I'll even be using.
Well, you can create a poll on here. It's cool.
The stripper pole?
No. Axman says sometimes when I paint, I just need to stand back for a bit and enjoy it. I agree. Sometimes you do have to do that. I'm gonna have to go back and watch the other videos on my project. I found out recently that paper towels make a perfect tree bark texture and they dry super hard.
Yeah, if you take them and really load them up with your mache paste and crinkle them together, they can make an awesome tree bark texture. Yeah, that wire is not going to hold any of that paint.
Well, you're gonna have
It's
to
gonna
do
come right
some
off.
of the suggestions probably. Vines are usually in the background, but it is front and center in this piece. Yes, it is. It's gonna have to be just as good. At least that's how I feel.
Yep, I agree.
Could you just spray paint the wire?
Yeah, I probably could. I mean, if I found a brown or something that matched it pretty decent, for sure could. Those are things I'll have to deal with once it's all kind of said and done. I've got to knock that crazy bluish weird green I made. That needs to get knocked down. Let's see if how much more of this I got.
How's that?
Do what? Multiple scale?
That's all you say? Okay.
Yep.
I didn't know if there was some fancy word.
Nope.
So he's making a gnome hole for my aunt's birthday, but I'm at the standstill with it because the wiring scares the crap out of me. My painting method is black first, then dry brush white. After that, I dry brush on one or two other colors and sometimes highlight against the white, and then gives good depth quickly and just that hint of color with the dry brushing. I just folded and twisted glue paper towels for my vines on it. Do you understand me what I just said?
Well, yeah, the paint techniques, I've done a lot of that where I used to just always do the same thing. Base it all in black, dry brush white over the top, and then use a watered down other color to go over the tops of that where that white picks up that color. It gives depth super fast. It always looks good. I completely agree with that. But the more I got into doing more painting, the more I wanted to push myself. So I've gotten away from just black and then dry brush white and then another color over that, just to learn how to play with colors a little bit more and get different highlights and features and stuff where I could actually paint in certain areas that I want it to look a certain way instead of just kind of letting the paint do it. Does that make sense? Basically, I just wanted to push myself in my painting skills. So I've started doing other painting methods, multiple colors, highlighting certain areas, low lighting, then pulling back over with washes over the tops of them to blend everything together, that type of stuff. But yeah, I used to do that. Every one of my paintings used to be, everything I painted used to be like that first. Straight black, dry brush white, and then a watered down color over the top of that so the white picked it up. Yep, I know exactly what you're talking about. For sure, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yes, depends if you are just creating for fun or if you sell your art. You have to find the speed and balance.
I have found no balance yet.
You have a little paintbrush back here just
I
hanging
need-
out by himself. He's sad.
To make a drink, I need a normal drink.
What do you need? Water?
No,
Oh, you need an actual. Oh, okay. Here's your cup.
like not
Oh,
the
not
mudslide, a normal.
I paint my trees and vines with a base of darker brown, then dry brush with green and tan, and finish with black wash. And then that was Kaufman. Axman says right. I always use bright colors when I paint masks. I love bright pinks, blues, yellows, greens, orange. You want me to go get you some
If you would, that would be awesome. Yeah, I think I'm going to wind up going back with the lighter color here, and then I think I'm going to wash it. I think I'm going to wind up washing it. I'm all now. You guys can't even see this. I'm all over the place. Sorry. I'm not paying attention to the camera. I'm trying to. The brown part of the vine, I'm pretty happy with the way it's looking. It's that green down there that I'm still not too sure about that yet. All right, sorry. Carrie went upstairs. Bright colors. Yes, I do like bright colors too, man. Okay. Okay. This thing's starting to. I'm starting to like the vine. You guys just can't. This camera is terrible because you can't really pick up. Let me see if we can or not. And we got those whites in there. Well, actually, it's not really white. It's more of a tan kind of undertones on some of the bark, and then getting some of the darker on top. So that's starting to kind of shape up. The further I'm going with the brown side of this, the happier I'm getting with it. Ooh. Try to get these tips. Get these tips to lighten up a little bit here. See, here's where Psycho, you want this thing, and there's things about this that I'm doing, I'm painting that I'm not really liking. I mean, a lot of the paint I'm liking, but these leaves I was fast with, didn't take time to really make them cool, and I don't particularly like the way they look, and there's some of this stuff that I'm just like, ugh.
Hey, this is the only cup I could find, and I hope I didn't make it too strong.
Holy cow.
I don't know how to do that cup. But hey, it works.
It smells like whiskey.
Is it okay?
Yeah, it's okay. See, I've been pretty. What do you think about the brown? I think the brown looks pretty good,
I like it.
but I'm still not too sure how I feel about
I like all of it.
the green side of this thing.
What do you guys think? Damn it, Bob Ross. Keep the wash blends it in.
Do what?
Says keep the wash blends it in. Damn it, Bob Ross. I honestly like the camera doesn't even. I don't know. The camera is showing it kind of. Like I feel like it's blending really well and it looks good. I wonder sometimes if they can hear my voice because nobody responds to me half the time. I'm
Surely
kidding,
you
I'm
guys
kidding.
can hear Carrie talk.
Absolutely stunning. I want this in my garden. Yes, we know this. I love him. I just want to be friends with you. I like the green into the brown. Looks good on my screen. See? I'm not the only one that thought it looked good. Thank you guys. What are you doing? What are you doing?
Trying to get some more contrast in this.
But I don't
green.
think it needs it. I liked it. Okay. I don't know what he's doing now, guys. Though. You can't see it, but he's adding some white, and I'm not sure about it. Well, it's not white. It's more cream, but I don't know. It might be fine.
I'm trying to just get a little more contrast down here. Is Brady doing dishes or something?
Well, I was actually surprised she wasn't, so I kind of made a big deal about it. So probably.
No. She's making a lot of noise in there.
Sorry.
No, I don't care.
I just wanted her to do what she was
She
told.
needs to do what she needs to do what she's supposed to do. Ooh, how'd I get that brown on there? I did. Yuck.
$19.79 dart slant 6.
That psycho said that, isn't it?
Yes.
Someone asked him what kind of car he's got.
Oh, they did?
I don't know. I said,
Oh,
did somebody? Because it's
Maybe.
Mopar life, baby, over there. Was
Maybe he's just. I don't know. I didn't see anything, but maybe. Love this pumpkin. It says Sammy Hopton Bits and Bobs.
okay. I got it.
Ha ha ha. It's an oil burner. What are you doing?
It's a Mopar. I've got to get back and look at this thing.
Oh. That's what somebody told you to do.
I know.
Pretty sure.
I'm gonna do that a lot too. Anyway.
Blending skills on point. I feel like it's hard to see it all, but
Yeah, because you can't zoom in and zoom out on that thing.
I don't know. Sorry if I made you dizzy.
It's. Can you guys tell that's green? It looks more black down there. I'm starting to like it though. Some of those things are toning down. Hey, will you look up pumpkin leaves again to see if they got like veiny? You know how leaves will have like vein things in there that you can kind of see that are different colors.
Kaufman said, "Good night, y'all. I was just popping in. Good night.
Good night, brother.
See, when you stand back, you see the picture." Axon says. Where am I looking at?
Pumpkin leaves. I want to see if they got like a maple leaf or whatever has. When you look into it, you can see almost like I'd say blood veins, right? But there's a different color vein type of thing into it. And of course, what do I do with my glasses over here? I am not that entertaining tonight. Images. Google Images is awesome for. Yeah, see, look at that. They've got almost
Right.
a white look to them
Come on, buddy.
in there. I could probably paint something like that in
Oh, big boy.
on those. I'm going to give that a try. I'm either going to mess them up or I'm not going to mess them up. One way or the other. We're about to find out if I can screw these leaves completely up.
He says I use it all the time when I sculpt stuff. Axman does.
Man, Google Images is great. It even it's just good for just even giving you ideas and stuff. I've got this idea for we're gonna do this pumpkin class first, but man, I've got this other pumpkin creature thing that I want to make, and it's gonna be freaking crazy awesome, and I'm stoked to get started on it. It's gonna be something that nobody has seen before. It should turn out pretty cool.
No, what you doing?
He's down here making a lot of noise. What he's doing.
He just wants attention, and so does Bobby. That'll be my forever saying because he loves his boy.
It's got a lot of veins, but we're gonna work with it.
Want this? Come here. Look. You come lay right here and lay down with me. Well, not with me. I'm actually not gonna lay with you on the floor. But here, buddy. No. Yep, I have those projects too. And we gave you $5. That's bravo.
Thanks, man. I really appreciate that stuff.
I wish we the camera.
Well, you can, if you want to move the camera to show what I'm doing.
It's hard to see it. Sorry if I made you guys dizzy. There you go.
Well, let's see.
Yeah, there you go.
We'll try to pull these things in.
So Scarecrow Joe Studio says, "Hi Jay and Jay's wife. Sorry, I don't know your name. It's fine. My name's Carrie, but most people probably don't know that." She says, "Just want to say he, I don't know, that I am a fan and I appreciate you and your work."
Yeah, Scarecrow Joe Studio. They make some cool stuff. I've seen some of their stuff. I dig it.
Axman says, "That has so much texture. Amazing."
This thing is. Now I'm super quiet.
Okay. Why do you question the leaf wire? Question mark. To me, from this angle, it looks great.
The leaf wire.
That's what it says, yeah. Axman says.
Well, the thing I question the most is just the leaf itself. It's not smooth. I can tell that it's just. I can tell that it was just a paper towel that I wrapped on there real quick, and when I can see that stuff and I know what it is, it bothers me.
Scarecrow says, "Not many people understand how much effort goes into making these tutorials. It's time consuming from start to finish, especially when you have a day job. So freaking terrible."
Yep, especially the tutorial side when you're actually making just the other videos to put together. Like I said, I've got 2 other things I've been working on, so basically I'll have 4 videos that I'll start releasing here in the next week or two, one at a time. And it takes so much time. I mean, you'll have hours in your project, and then once you get that done and cutting those videos down. So this live is kind of nice because I'm just, yeah, I can't edit it and make a super pretty video out of it, but it's it's kind of nice to not have to go back and edit it. But it also is going to give me where I can get you guys more content every week, and I can work on these other videos on the side and not stress out trying to get them all done super fast, so I can spend more time on those projects.
Sammy says, "I think the leaf gives us character. Axman says looks like Ivy to me, and then Sammy says I agree, Axman.
Yeah, it's easy to have 60 to 70 hours wrapped up in a 30-minute video for YouTube, start to finish. All right, yeah, that looks pretty cool. It looks pretty good on there, huh? Now I only got to do the inside of the other one and flip this on the other side to show. Do I want to paint the back side? Probably, because that's how I am. Is it going to be? Oh, look, there's a nice. Look at the back side of my deal there. That's I try to film everything the other direction so you can't see that
What?
crap back there.
It's not anything really bad. It's just some of my stuff. It's fine.
All right.
Axman says stunning, as usual. He just thinks you're stunning. I think Axman's probably pretty stunning in what he does too.
Mm-hmm. Was it? I can't remember. There was someone on YouTube a couple years ago talking to me, trying to get me to do Twitch. I can't remember who it was.
But did you ever do it?
No.
Axman says I love it. Only a happy accident. Scarecrow says I totally get it. I have a tiny YouTube channel that I don't spend much time on, but when I do, it's overwhelming at times. Watching you live is really cool. It's actually relaxing. Thanks.
Thanks for being here and watching. Okay, how did I do that one? I split off early here and here, and then I went to these things here. Let's do those other ones voiced. Let's go to there and there voiced. Okay. My hand's probably getting in the way.
Yeah, a little bit, but it's okay. It's not totally.
Well, we're just going to deal with it. See this right here, because I use cheap brushes. This teeny tiny brush right here is probably where I would need to spend some money on some quality brushes.
West, north, east, south works well.
All right.
I've learned a ton from your tutorials. You're awesome. Keep doing what you do. It's from the Scarecrow
Thank you.
Joe Studio.
Then what did I do? Okay. I'm just trying to figure out. That other one looked good, and I'm really trying to kind of mimic it. And
The iPad back one?
no, I'm trying to remember how I was just looking at the other leaf, trying to figure out how I did it. Because once I started going on this other one, I quit looking at the iPad. I just started playing with it. That's what I have problems with sometimes. Is trying to do. I'll have problems trying to duplicate things, right? So even like that pattern I just did on the other leaf. I did that pattern on the other leaf, and I like the way it turned out. Then I'm over here trying to basically duplicate that pattern again. And I don't quite duplicate it, and then I'll get frustrated and whatever. It is what it is, right? I guess so. That's what we're gonna say.
Axman says it shouldn't look the same and gave you $100
Holy cow, dude.
because that's what he's making his point. It shouldn't look the same. You're right. I'm the same way though. I want everything to be like exactly the same. But think about it. No leaf looks the same. Just like a snowflake. No
Yeah,
snowflakes look the same.
That's very, very true. I can agree with that. It'd probably help if I painted leaves more. See here, I'm branching off into something
Scarecrow, paper mache has so much natural texture, and your painting techniques really bring the awesome texture. You're like the Picasso to your painting paper mache. I didn't quite say that right, but I knew
Picasso.
yeah, I couldn't quite get it out right.
Thank you.
This is off the subject of paper mache real quick, but Tam wasn't here when Caden got ran over, right?
No,
Okay,
I don't think so.
I'm just trying to write him at the same time.
Yeah, I don't. I think that was after he
Yeah.
Went
Yeah,
off
I
to
think
boot
so.
camp. No, as a matter of fact, I'm pretty sure that
Yeah, it
happened
is.
after he went to boot camp. Whoops, there went another one right there.
What?
Oh, I knocked a brush off.
Oh.
I knocked supplies off. That looks funky all by itself right there. I might need a little extra. The girls that come in from swimming.
Yeah, a long time ago. They did it before we started.
Really?
Yeah, because Haley was hungry.
I think that was pretty quick.
Question: greatest movie ever? Axman.
Greatest movie ever. In my opinion, and you guys are gonna flip because it's not haunt related. Nope. I can't believe you're looking at me with a question on your face.
Well, because
That
I
you
was,
don't know what.
No, I was thinking that maybe, well, not haunt related. I thought it was.
It's not even scary related.
Oh,
It's not even
I know what
Halloween
you're-
related.
Yeah, but besides that, okay, say that one, but then there's another one.
Okay, so my favorite movie ever is Back to the Future.
But then what about?
I love that show. I was a
Someone.
kid. I remember being in the 80s when that thing in 1985 when that first movie came out. I love that show. So that's overall, and I like all three of them. So I know some people don't, but I like that whole series. Super fan of that stuff. Um, I really dig Gremlins. Those
Yeah.
movies were super cool. Um, I always liked the Gremlins. I mean, the Gremlins were just super neat. I have an attraction towards those monster type things.
And you've always liked the Monster House.
And so yeah, so like of course I like Nightmare Before Christmas. I don't know many people don't, but there's a show out there that most people, I don't know how many people know
we
about
talked
it.
about it last time.
Monster House?
No, the other show. I thought you were
Nightmare
saying-
Before
Okay, never
Rise of
mind.
the Guardians?
Keep
I didn't
talking.
talk.
Go for it.
Anyway,
I'm off
there's
on something
another Halloween based cartoon type show. I think Pixar did it or whatever. I've got the movie, but it's called Monster House. And it's just awesome because it gives, for me, it's that whole Halloween vibe as a kid, because it does take place at like Halloween time, like actual Halloween, and there's this house across the street, and the kids are talking about how it's supposed to be haunted. And I mean, so it plays off that whole you're a young kid looking at this house, you think it's haunted, you're with your buddies telling stories that you don't even know about, or it's like, I heard Mr. Crackermeyer, whatever, killed his wife and da 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 da, and she lives in there. And that movie just encompasses that whole young kid talking about the creepy house in the neighborhood, how it's haunted. It gives that whole vibe, and they go trigger the whole Halloween vibe. That's one show I really, really dig. It's awesome too.
Okay, so there's a bunch of stuff. So, hold on. So before that question was even said, or after the question anyways, Sammy said, pity you didn't paint the vines so they glow in the dark. That would be kind of cool in the dark. And then X-Men, Killer Clowns, or Texas Chainsaw Massacre, question mark.
Killer Clowns is funny. I do like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre shows.
The Goonies.
Oh yeah, and I own the Goonies was a great show too.
Back to the Future is awesome. You should make a gremlin. He did make a gremlin.
I made a gremlin once out of all I did was melt down. I used a heat gun and took Walmart sacks and melted down Walmart sacks and made a gremlin out of them. Oh boy,
well,
let's put that up before I kill it.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yep,
Issued.
here, there you go. Take
Thank
that.
you.
I'm gonna paint the
Okay,
back sides of these.
Puppet Master was really good too. Puppet Master.
Yeah, I've seen Puppet Master.
Have
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know if you have.
Monster House was absolutely stunning. And then have you seen Paranormal?
Yes.
Yeah.
We watched it together.
It was okay.
It's Paranormal Activity, wasn't the name of it? Paranormal.
I don't know.
we watched
I'm not
it.
sure if that's what he's talking about or not. It's a claymating film. I love it. Get off my lawn, LOL. Yeah. that's on
That's
the
Monster House.
That's me.
Get off my lawn.
Jay says that's gonna be me when I'm old. You know what? Kids don't need to be in my yard. I like them at school, but that's about it. I'm kidding.
Okay. I pulled the camera away because you guys already saw me do this twice, so I'm painting on the back side of this leaf, this like I did on the other ones. Surely that made some kind of sense. See, and that's the thing with painting too. Like you can start out, maybe you're not super happy with it. You keep adding colors. You keep putting a little more details into it. And then those things that you thought were problems that you didn't like, you can add so much other contrast that pulls your eyes away from those. And you can hide those things that you think are mistakes by directing your eye somewhere else.
Right.
Or you can just give up the whole thing all over again. Or you get the project all done and beat it with a baseball bat and throw it in the trash. Like the wolf.
Favorite music while painting.
Favorite music while painting. Yeah. So I listen to Pandora. And generally, when I'm down here creating, a lot of the times I got like this Halloween party radio station deal, and it plays, man, some of the old classics like Monster Mash and different things like that. But it also plays a lot of some of the songs from The Nightmare Before Christmas, and then it also plays some of the soundtracks from like Harry Potter and stuff like that. And for me, hearing some of that whimsical type of music puts me in a place of, it opens me up to be more creative, right? It gets my imagination going. It kind of makes me feel like a kid again, and then I can think about, I get ideas on the creatures I want to do and how I want to do it. So that's nice, and I like it. So a lot of times that's what I'll listen to. Other than that, it'll be rock every once in a while. But other than that, I'm listening to stuff that takes me to another place. It makes me feel like I'm in some kind of enchanted land somewhere, and that really, for me, gives me ideas on other things to make. If that makes any kind of sense at all. And when I'm working on my cars and stuff, that's
So much
music's completely different.
so much detail you're putting into those leaves. I can't say a word.
Intricate.
Thank you. I am really bad whenever I try to say a word sometimes.
Words are hard.
I need help with everything.
Did I miss another one? I don't know.
That's another what?
Message.
When I'm making stuff, I usually put on a movie in the background that I've watched a billion times, like Hocus Pocus. I love Hocus Pocus. I'd like to see you finish the piranha plant sometime on live stream.
This?
He doesn't even. I don't know if that's what you're talking about. Have you not showed him the other one?
No, that one I'm not
She's
finishing.
probably talking about that one because that one's awesome, and the damn man won't do it.
This one's junk.
It
The
is
one
not
upstairs
junk.
looks
It's not,
awesome.
It's not junk.
And it's not going to be on live. It's all going to be on a video, a standard video.
I collect a lot of vinyl records, GWAR, GNR,
Mm-hmm.
Floyd,
Mm-hmm.
Frank Zeppelin, 100 Hotels is a really good album.
Yeah, those are all good. Is that Psycho?
Mm-hmm. Yes, I love it. I made some for Halloween the other year with lights in their mouths. Thank you. Somebody agrees with me. Blech.
About what?
About
This
your-
one? That can't be
I
this
don't know
one.
if it's that one, but
It can't be that. You can't be talking about this thing.
There's
that I
nothing wrong
started
with
like
it.
8 years ago. That's just that one's just bleh, nasty. Bleh.
Yes, that one. Ha! I was right.
No, the one upstairs is
I don't know. She said yes, that one. I don't know.
the one upstairs.
Did you even film it?
Yeah, I have filmed every bit of that.
No.
It's-
See,
it's
I've tried to
for a
get him to
standard
make
video.
that stupid thing forever, and he wouldn't. And so then he finally started making the other one. Those guys are so cool. She said, but that needs doing too. And Psycho says, Sammy, I totally agree. Ha! Ha! I got people on my side this time.
Mm-hmm. See, you pulled my attention away and I almost butchered this leaf.
Oh, blame me.
Almost butchered that.
Did you hear that, guys? He's blaming me for talking. Wow.
God, I hate that my eyes are jacking up. I need to go to a real eye doctor and have it checked out. See, because even now this is starting to get to where I can get out of focus with these classes.
Slayer? Question mark?
Slayer. That's great. Yep, all that stuff is what I generally listen to when I'm out in the garage. Doing mechanic work.
Stand up for a few and chill, he said.
I've got to get this leaf done. But that's fucking terribly loud.
It is. Oh, Rob Zombie. He would be fun to see.
Oh, I'd love to see Rob Zombie live. That'd be awesome.
And Sammy says, I wish the UK celebrated Halloween like you guys do over there.
You just got to do it, man. No one else in my town does. There's one other house that kind of does whatever it is, but other than that, in my town, no one else really does it. And My house is the one house that's known as the Halloween house. And it's been that way for years because I made it that way. Because I like Halloween. I have fun at Halloween. I enjoy it, and I still want to enjoy it. So that's why I do it. And that's why I make this stuff. So I can put it out in the yard and
I do it all, but not many others do. That's the way it is everywhere, I feel like, though. To be honest, I mean, like, we do it, and then we have a small town,
mm-hmm.
and not a lot of other people do. You just have to be that person that does it, I guess.
Is that too bright?
No. I don't think it is. I think it looks really good. Especially if you, like, took a picture of it. It would look.
It looks pretty cool, I guess. I don't like the back of that one over there. I think it looks terrible, but whatever. Less is more. The first one I did has less on it. I don't like the back side of that one. I can't even see the vines on that.
I was just taking a picture.
Oh, I thought you were trying to get the...
Oh, do you want me to get the vines?
Here, I got my camera right here. Where's my... That's right there. Let's see if it'll... Whoa, focus up. That looks pretty cool, though, when the... Just looking at the camera, it looks like... It actually looks like it's good. That's so funny. I crack myself up. Now let's see if we can get... I'll put these on. Yeah, that's not too shabby. That's not too shabby.
Can you show them somehow?
I'll post these on Facebook later, but you got... Well, see, it's hard to see. You can't see the viney things. And the picture did pick up the stuff. I'll post those later. They look pretty good. Somebody said something.
9.
9. A 9 out of 20. All right. Let's paint up this last. Let's paint up the back side of this last vine here. And I think, oh, it messes my vision up so much. I think after I paint the back side of that, I think I'm going to call that done. What do you think?
I think it looks good.
Yeah, I think I can call that done. I like that. See where my view was. Man, that's kind of close. When you're looking at this, like in real life, and you're kind of like from here looking straight out onto that, and I'm trying to show you guys as well as I can. It's just kind of neat because it has it looks like it's its own little creature, right? Like it looks like that these leaves can be his little hands and stuff, and he's going to come out and get you. And I like that. I really dig that. I think that's cool. I like how that looks. And I need to make 5 more of these for the yard. Because I have to have, if this winds up in California, I have to have some of these in the yard. See, that's the one thing in my yard that kind of, I've made a bunch of cool stuff over the years. And a lot of the really, really neat stuff I made, I don't own. It's all someone else has purchased or it's gone somewhere else.
It has a lot of personality.
I will agree with that.
It almost looks like it's going to come to life.
that was a big thing that I tried to do with my pumpkins. There were so many different people doing paper mache pumpkins when I started playing with this and basically doing them and that's where you see it the most in the video where I did the second generation pumpkins. I've tried to make those and a lot of them since. Well, some of them I make them look more like a carved jack-o'-lantern, but a lot of them I've tried to make it look like the pumpkin came alive. Like it's not a carved up jack-o'-lantern. It's that the pumpkin actually just split open and had a mouth and eyes and came alive.
Axman says, great class. Let's call it a night. It's 7:15 p.m. where he's at.
It's early where you're at.
It's 9:15 here. It has been like 2 hours though.
It has. Well, I'm going to finish. I am going to call it a night very, very soon. As soon as I'm done with this leaf right here. And I'm going to call it for the evening.
Mm.
But I want to finish this
It's
leaf.
3:15 a.m. where Tammy's at.
Holy cow! You're a trooper. Whoever's awake at 3:15 in the morning watching me paint this is a trooper. Now, Axeman's still a trooper too, because he's
Always.
always
There's a
supporting
lot
me.
of
I love
people
it.
I feel like that is always on here, but we just don't hear from them. So
I don't know if I could stay awake and watch someone
she said I didn't want to miss this.
paint. She must be overseas somewhere.
Yeah, she's the one that was saying.
In the UK?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. I remember. Yeah, she's the one that doesn't work anymore. And they're like, oh, you look so tired. And they're like, yeah, I used to get sleep on the weekends. And then now this dude paints and he only paints early in the morning.
I'm normally a quiet one, LOL. Well, thanks for speaking up. We like it.
I can't believe Axeman. I appreciate that support goes a long, long ways.
It does. All the support does, though. I just love it when they talk.
Oh, yeah, and that's just it. It's like the support through, and I'm going to.
I know it sounds cheesy, but it's just nice to hear somebody, see somebody typing on there, I guess.
My support through people who are patrons. They're great. Love them. I need to put more stuff on there. You guys who come to watch these live streams and actually participate and talk, your guys' support as well. I love it. And you guys just watch some of the videos and stuff that I've produced and put up on YouTube. That for me, that's all support, and I'm over the moon about that stuff. And then those of you who actually are willing to part with your hard-earned cash for things, that support blows my mind.
Great. So Scarecrow Joe Studio says, signing off for now. Back to the grind for me. Have a good night, Jay and Carrie. Wishing you all a pleasant evening. Catch you on the flip side.
Have a good one. Thanks for showing up. Was that it? No one else?
Well, somebody said bye to him, but
So Scarecrow Joe is taken out. I think they're like around Cali or something, I thought. I've seen their work on Facebook and stuff. They make some pretty cool stuff. I like it. They're always busy too with making pumpkins and stuff. Do we lose Psycho already?
He says, see, many people appreciate the art that you do around the world. Psycho is so positive. I really want to meet him. You all are actually positive, though, just being here. I feel like it's just positive.
Mm-hmm. It's cool having that, anybody's just even talking or whatever. It's fun. It's because I tell you, live, kind of going live was kind of weird at first. And you're not really sure. A lot of the stuff that you're doing while I'm doing this is kind of boring, but that people are sitting around, hanging out, talking, having a good time. It's super enjoyable. When I'm making the YouTube videos, yes, it takes a lot of time, but I don't have to, it can be boring and I can cut all that stuff out. Okay, this one's almost done. It's been 4 weeks. 4 weeks? Has it been 4 weeks?
Yes.
Doing this thing?
Yes, it has.
4 weeks, and we're about to put the last bit of paint on this thing. Besides sealer, I am going to put a spar urethane over all this.
But you're going to do stuff to some of that too, though.
What?
Like some of the spots you said you were going to.
Oh, I was going to kind of do some mold and stuff.
Which you don't have
maybe.
to do it on here.
But I might do that. I don't know.
And then Sammy says, see that this way you get to see the whole process.
Some of it's pretty long and boring, though.
Paxman says no worries.
Gosh dang it, come on. Oh,
Are you almost done?
grr. Yeah, I'm almost done.
I probably need to go take the dogs out. It's fine, this one.
The dogs probably do need to go. Well, you can go take the dogs out.
Okay.
I can handle everything from
Bye,
here.
guys. See you later.
Carrie's signing out. She's going to go take the dogs out. We're just about. All right. Okay, cool, sweet. So there's that backside of that one. Backside of that one. That one's almost too busy. Then we got our front sides. Let me see if I can back this thing up. Here it is. So this is it. We're calling him done. I'm really calling him done. He looks pretty good. I thought I was going to maybe do a wash on him, but I'm not going to do a wash. It's toned down enough, and it's hard to see on camera, but in live, in person, there's a lot of depth. There's a lot of different layers to the browns and the greens. I'm really happy with the way that this thing turned out. I like the shape of it. It does have that kind of Tim Burton style feel to it, but I like it. I dig it. He's cool, man. It looks like he's ready to come out of the ground and get you. I like that. I'm happy with that. He looks cool. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to slap a spar urethane over this to weather protect it. You guys don't need to see that. No, there's no reason to see that at all. But that's what I'm going to do. I think he's done. You guys tell me in the comments, even now or even later after I sign off, or for those of you who aren't watching it live, let me know what you think. I'm sorry that this live class, I wasn't really more on, hey, I'm using this color and we're going to blend this way. Because I haven't painted a whole lot of just vines. And I was winging it tonight, just playing around, trying to see what I could do and what I should use. So you just watch me fumble through and play with paint tonight until it looked right. Done the pumpkins enough. I can lead you guys down pumpkin paint path. Perfect. But yeah, this was a different experiment, and it turned out pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it. So here we are. We're going to close tonight up. Tonight's live is closing up, but we are going to do. We are going to do a live class, actual class, where you guys can build along with me. I will get out. Let me look at this calendar again. I will get a list out this week. I'll get a list out Monday. I'll try to get a list out Monday. So there's a few of you guys that I have your email addresses, and I'll email you guys directly the list of materials. Everybody else that's interested, look for me on Facebook. I'll do a post. I'll post it on the Facebook group as well. And then I've got on YouTube, if you're just following on YouTube all the time, they have these like story things now. I can post like little things to story. So I'll post a list there as well. I'll also post a list on, if you look up Unhinged Props. Yeah, Unhinged Props on Facebook. That's a Facebook page that's basically tied to Unhinged Productions. And I'll put a post on there too of all the materials. But we'll get the materials together. And then on the 25th, which is a Saturday, we'll do the first live class where we'll just build the armature and stuff, and then go from there. And then we'll do the next class the following Saturday, and then the next class the Saturday after that. I'll probably start more along the lines like 5 o'clock my time. That way it'll give us more time to actually build and work on the project. And then if you guys actually have questions, man, I'll be right there and I can just show you. I'll answer all the questions the best I could. I wish I had a way where everybody could like show when they're having a question, they could show the problems that they're having, but I don't think I can do that yet. So maybe one of these days we will. Anyway, all you guys, I appreciate all of you. I appreciate all you guys that are coming on live. I appreciate all you guys that are patrons. You guys rock. I appreciate all you guys who do donations during the live chats, and I appreciate everybody who just shows up to the channel and watches the videos, man. So you guys watching those videos, liking and sharing and all that stuff, it helps out tremendously. And it's nice to know that after spending so many hours and working on stuff that people are appreciate it. So I am Mopar for life, brother. I'm out. I'll catch you all on the next one. Have a freaking good week. See you guys later.